Ooh, I just finished the best morning routine. You know, I had a little extra time this morning, so I took my time. I was a little bit more luxurious. I did a couple of extra steps. I did a little bit of masking, and I really focused in on my well-aging goals this morning. So rewind the tape. Like, I want to take you back to the beginning. Who says rewind the tape? Like, how old are you? But seriously, rewind the tape. Let's go back to the beginning. I want to show you everything I did this morning to really plump up my skin, to brighten it up, to protect it, and to help stimulate some collagen production to keep my skin really bouncy and youthful. So if you guys are so ready to see what I did, give the video a big thumbs up and let's get started. So this is a morning routine, but this routine got started last night. Yeah, because I started off with these anti-wrinkle patches, which you can wear while you sleep. Now, huge heads up, you guys, this part of the video is sponsored by Oya. I used their all-in-one anti-wrinkle patches last night, and let me tell you, I was really curious about the idea of these anti-wrinkle patches. I have seen these all over Instagram, but I was also a little bit skeptical because this is how they work. They're really just silicone patches. They're not really infused with like skincare ingredients, you know what I mean? So I was a little bit like, how can this little silicone patch work to, you know, erase, so to speak, your fine lines and wrinkles? And the way that this works is it really, wherever you put it onto your face, and I like the all-in-one pack because like, you're covered. Wherever you have a wrinkle, you are covered. It comes with a forehead patch, under eye patches, as well as nasolabial folds, you know, that little like line around your mouth. It also comes with a neck patch and a chest patch. What it does is it really encourages hydration. It really pulls a lot of hydration right up to that top surface of your skin. And that is what plumps or irons out the wrinkle or fine line. You know, that's how it really is making your skin look a lot more firm and smooth. So I kind of like that idea because it's like, it's very simple, it's very sensitive skin friendly, right? But like I said, like, how is this really going to work? So you can use these for like a couple of hours at a time, or you can sleep in them. And I've really seen some of the best results when I use them overnight. So last night I used the under eye patches as well as the neck patches. Those are really more of my problem areas, and that's where I'm going to see the biggest results. You know, I definitely get a little tech neck situation going on here, and you know what that's from? It's from doing this all day. Right? It's from keeping your head bent all the time, looking at your stupid phone. We're all dealing with this little crease in our neck, or at least a lot of us are. So I used the neck patch, and then I also did the under eye because I definitely have some fine lines forming under there. And I was really surprised. Number one, they're comfortable to sleep in and they stay put. I was not expecting that. The adhesive is really good even after washing them because, guys, you can reuse these patches up to 15 times, which is huge in my opinion. I love that you can reuse these. I love that they're not one and done, and the adhesive still works time after time with really good care. So I've been very impressed with that. So they're very comfortable. They don't poke you. They're not too heavy. They stay in place. The eye patch didn't end up in my hair. So I was really happy about that, but incredibly impressed by the results. Look at this. Now let's start with the neck. The neck looks so much more smooth, and you can see that that line just got kind of plumped out. It's a lot less visible on my neck just from wearing this overnight. But I was more impressed, especially with the eye area. That's where I really like to see the plumping and firming happen. And definitely, I mean, my eye area looks plump. It looks hydrated. You can see where that deeper fine line was. 75% of that has been plumped out. It's just completely erased. It's so smooth. I'm really amazed that just silicone patches can really enhance so much hydration in your skin. And it's weird because like when you take them off, it actually feels like a little bit moist on your skin. So definitely they will give you some great results. You know, they do market this as like a safer alternative to Botox, and I think that that is a pretty, you know, fair assessment, a fair statement to make, because it definitely is really easy, really safe. It worked for my sensitive skin absolutely fine. And I mean, it's really affordable. Yes, these patches do retail for about $60. I do have a discount code if you are interested in checking them out. So make sure to use that code at checkout if you want to get your hands on these. But as I said, they are reusable up to 15 times. So that's $4 per patch per use. I think that sounds pretty good, right? You know, definitely a lot cheaper than Botox. In my opinion, something like this alongside of your collagen stimulating skincare ingredients, retinol, vitamin C, tretinoin, 4 or 5% of niacinamide, remember, right? Those are the ingredients that can stimulate collagen inside of your skin. Using patches like this alongside of your well-aging routine can really give you some great results. All right, now that we are all plumped up and smooth, let's get on with the rest of this skincare routine. And since I was really kind of focused on, you know, taking my time, really treating my skin super well this morning, I gotta go in for that bougie essence. I love a first essence to start off my routine, and I'm going in for the original. This is SK2 Facial Treatment Essence. Oh yes. Super fancy, super luxe. I just started using it and I feel like a queen when I do. So this features about 90% of galactomyces ferment. You guys know galactomyces ferment is a beautiful anti-aging, or, you know, I like to say well-aging ingredient. It's got so many goodies for your skin. Really, one of the biggest benefits is it's so good at brightening up the complexion. And I need all the brightening I can get wherever I can get it, because as you can see, I've got a little bit of hyperpigmentation that I'm trying to heal up on my skin. And so this is going to be one of those really great supportive players in my skincare routine. Galactomyces also full of antioxidants, protective antioxidants for the skin. And just in general, it is just jam-packed full of so many barrier supportive components as well. Just overall, it's really great for the health of your skin, for the glowiness, right? And the brightness of your skin. It's a great way to start off the routine. And first essences are really great prep product for like a multi-layered routine, because they really help the absorption of the rest of your skincare products. Now, speaking of plumping up the skin, you know, I really believe in lots of deep hydration for your skin, not only because I have thirsty skin, dehydrated skin, so lots of hydration really helps me keep my skin balanced. But when we're talking about a well-aging routine, I find hydration to be a really critical component, because just like with the Oya anti-wrinkle patches, encouraging lots of hydration into your skin makes it more plump, makes it more smooth, and can actually diminish the look of fine lines and wrinkles. So it's great to go in for some real deep hydrating layers. And you know, my favorite way to do it is with a toner and layering that up a couple times on my skin. And I'm just gonna go in with, you know, the old classic Keep Cool and Soothe bamboo toner. I love this one for so many reasons, but particularly the texture. Deeply hydrating, deeply replenishing, but really easy to layer up on my skin. Probably about 3 times is usually the amount that works really nicely for me. Along with the SK2 essence, this is going to bring a lot of plumpness and hydration into my skin, and it's just going to give me that really dewy, you know, really bouncy skin look. So you guys know I like the term well-aging rather than anti-aging, because for me, I think it just embraces a more preventative kind of philosophy. It's something that you can start at any age just to really help your skin age well, rather than anti-aging, which I think sounds really aggressive. It sounds really complicated, and I think that you might kind of feel like you need to be older in order to start it. And well aging, I think, is just something that encompasses everything we do to really take care of our skin. And I kind of see this routine as a sister video to my the video I did called 5 Rules to Well Aging, because there I just lay out some of my like guidelines for building an everyday well aging routine. And part of it included moisturizing and hydrating your skin, because it's all about plumping that skin up with really balancing hydration and keeping it in there with moisture. Since this is going to be kind of a fancy routine, right, luxurious, I'm going to use 2 essences because I can and I want to. So this is the by Wishtrend Quad Active Boosting Essence. So I like this one because it's got a lot of anti-inflammation benefits to it. It's got a little touch of brightening, I believe, a little glowiness to it, and some moisture, which is a really good way to bridge the gap between hydration and moisture in my skincare routine. And I did go through a little bout of inflamed skin. I had a little bit of breakouts and just kind of like some iffy skin there for a while. So I'm just trying to treat it really nicely. I also like this essence because, you know, it kind of acts like a booster. It's definitely got those beautiful anti-inflammation and calming ingredients, a little touch of glowiness to it, but it's a particularly good booster to the serum that I'm going to use, which is, can you guess, by Wishtrend Polyphenols in Propolis 15% Ampoule. So I chose this serum because it really does really bring the inflammation down on my skin alongside of the Quad Active Boosting Essence. Now you may be surprised because I do always talk about this one as being really good for helping calm down acne on my skin. I did have some breakouts a couple of weeks ago, and obviously I'm still trying to heal up the hyperpigmentation. But I just want to make sure that I treat my skin really gently, really calmly at this time, and just make sure that the inflammation is truly gone. And this is definitely a product that has helped me do that. But it also brings a glowiness. There's, you know, that propolis glow to this particular product that I think is really great to plump up the skin, moisturize it, give it that little bit of that healthier look to it. And, you know, one of my other sort of well-aging kind of guidelines is really focusing in on brightening up your skin, because a dull skin tone, you know, it definitely can interfere with that glow. And that glow is what it's all about. Healthy, dewy looking skin is going to read as really radiant and youthful skin. Look, we're skincare addicts. We got our eye on the glow anyways, right? So I probably don't need to hit that point home so hard, but definitely keeping your skin tone as even as you possibly can go a really long way to making your skin just look really plump, dewy, and healthy and youthful. Much like my 2 essences, I'm going to be using 2 eye creams because, look, we're taking it slow, we're being luxurious, we're being a little extra today. It's just you and me, no judgment, 2 eye creams. That's how we roll. And you know my favorite duo is the Klairs Fundamental Eye Awakening Gel and their Nourishing Eye Butter. I really like to start off with the Fundamental Eye Gel first, and this is particularly good after the eye patches because it is a good idea to kind of replenish your skin after you've used them. And this just adds to the plumpness, to the smoothness. It's got really great absorbency. It feels really refreshing on the skin. It's so light, but it's got a really nice kind of protective quality to it. You know, this is not the type of eye gel that just sort of like disappears, you know, because it's so thin. And you're like, did that do anything? There's a nice heft to this without a greasy feeling, without a thick feeling. And it honestly just makes my eye area feel so plump and so smooth. I absolutely love it. And it is such a great pair, this texture along with the more creamier nourishing eye butter. It's such a great match. Now both of these eye products contain copper tripeptide 1. They also have a couple of other peptides in there, but this is actually a really nice peptide to look for, particularly in eye creams, because this is a peptide that can stimulate collagen production on your skin. And that is really the name of the game. I always say say it when it comes to anti-aging. You need to be stimulating your body's collagen production, because collagen is the protein structure that keeps your skin smooth and plump. That's what actually fights fine lines and wrinkles from the inside. It is the number one best way to keep your skin smooth and youthful. And like I said, you know, alongside of the anti-wrinkle patches, collagen stimulating ingredients are really what you need. You know, they're going to work together better. And so that's why I really like this eye cream. Both the gel and the butter do contain the copper tripeptide 1 in it, as well as acetohexapeptide 8, which you hear me talk about all the time. And that actually helps to bring like a firm look to the eye area when you're using an eye cream containing that ingredient as well. So those are just really the kind of ingredients I like to see in eye creams that tend to give some nice visible results. And a quick tip for you guys, if you have any excess eye cream left over, like you squirted out too much, use it on your neck. A lot of the ingredients that go into eye creams, you know, really targeting fine lines and wrinkles and plumping up the skin, can actually be very beneficial for like fine lines or tech neck as well. This can also be a really good way to use up an eye cream maybe you don't like, maybe it's too thick for your eye area. Yeah, eye creams can definitely be beneficial for the neck area too. Now you guys know I can't go a day without using my Stratia liquid gold, because it is such an amazing product for keeping my moisture barrier really strong and healthy. But did you know there's actually some other benefits to this product that I never talk about, but 100% are true. This product does contain 4% of niacinamide. And if you remember from my niacinamide this or that video, that 4 and 5% is actually the really ideal amount of niacinamide, not only to bring brightness, which we talked about before, to the skin, but it can also stimulate collagen production. That's right, liquid gold does have 4% of niacinamide. So not only is it going to keep your moisture barrier strong, help to bring a bright, healthy look to your skin, but it's also going to help plump your skin up too over time with some collagen stimulation. And as you know, I do like to use 1 pump of liquid gold alongside of an oil. So the oil that I chose today is the Rosehip oil from Good Molecules. I like to mix them together because it creates this nice nourishing layer that absorbs really nicely without feeling too thick, because I am going to follow up with a moisturizer. So that's why I like to mix them. You don't have to, but that's just kind of what I found works for me. But the other reason I like Rosehip is because it does contain vitamin A, which is a really good anti-aging or well-aging ingredient. It's great for keeping the skin nice and bright and healthy. Again, you can see the themes here: collagen stimulation, brightening, hydrating, and plumping, right? And it can also help with things like hyperpigmentation, like I have up here on my forehead that I'm trying to address. It can also kind of help with fine lines and wrinkles, and it's got a good wound healing ability. So it's actually pretty nice for those who also suffer with some acne alongside your well-aging concerns. This could be a really nice facial oil for you. There's just a lot of benefits to it. I absolutely love it. My skin has just been responding to it really nicely. And fun fact, if you're not really into oil, but you're kind of like intrigued by Rosehip, there is actually some Rosehip in liquid gold as well. So you're actually kind of already getting those benefits. I'm just like taking it up a notch, so to speak, and really bringing in a lot of moisture into my skin to keep it protected in the cold weather. And always just kind of pull the excess down onto your neck whenever you can. The neck usually doesn't take as many thick layers as your face will, but any kind of little excess that you can get there to really plump out that tech neck, it's always a good thing. So really a big part of my guidelines to well aging was the hydrating and moisturizing portion. I mean, that's really just the guideline to a really good skincare routine, right? But you know, you do want to finish off with a nice moisturizing layer. And while liquid gold and the rosehip oil are very nourishing and moisturizing, I just need a little bit more occlusivity to really fight dehydration and just really kind of like finish off and really seal in my skincare layers. So for my final moisturizer, I'm going to be going in for the I'm From Rice Cream. So this is a newer release from I'm From. They are finally expanding their very famous rice line, right? We've been waiting for this for a while. And I'm a really big fan of this. The texture is very nourishing. It's very creamy. It's got a nice richness to it, but the texture of the cream itself is not too thick. So I've been enjoying this one because it's got that really nice, luxurious, silky moisturization to it. You know, rice itself as an ingredient is a nice kind of well-aging ingredient because it brings a nice silky moisture and skin conditioning and softening benefit to the skin. But this is also another one of those ingredients that brings a really healthy radiance and glow to your skin as well, which is just, I am so seeking that right now. You know, the one thing I can tell you, not only with anti-aging and just wanting to look a little bit more plump and youthful, but when you are suffering with things like hyperpigmentation, I do find that, yeah, of course you do want to lighten those areas up, you know, from the hyperpigmentation, but just maintaining beyond just that, an even skin tone, it can actually make that hyperpigmentation a lot less noticeable because it's almost like you're shining through it, if that makes sense. If the rest of your skin is looking really healthy, that hyperpigmentation just, your eyes just don't go to it as quickly. At least in my opinion, I found that to be really helpful for combating, you know, I hate when hyperpigmentation happens because you're like, oh no, that's all anybody's gonna see. But when you've got a really radiant complexion, even with hyperpigmentation, you just don't notice it as much. So rice is a really nice ingredient alongside of all the other brightening, fantastic ingredients that we've already used. But I also like this one because there's some barrier supportive ingredients in here. We've got a little bit of ceramide. It's just that right texture for this particular like winter time for me right now. And it's just been performing really nicely for me. I've been really impressed. And now we've come to the protective part of our well-aging morning routine. Our sunscreen stage. Oh yeah, you know, that was definitely part of the 5 steps to well aging. Hydrating and moisturizing the skin, which we've done throughout this entire video. Brightening, which we've had a heavy focus on. Collagen stimulation, we've gotten a couple of those in this routine. And protecting the skin, definitely SPF. The 5th rule, by the way, which we're also doing throughout this video, is just, you know, really having good mindset, a healthy mindset, and focusing in on your mental health and well-being, physical well-being. Taking a little bit of time today to relax, be a little bit slower and a little bit more mindful with our skincare this morning. That's part of my my self-care and my mental care, right, and physical care for the day. So I'm going to be using the Keep Cool and Soothe Bamboo Sun Essence. This is really kind of rose up in the ranks as one of my favorite sunscreens this year. It is SPF 50 PA++, but really what gets me every time is this texture. I think that's what really has made me fall in love with it because it's quite airy. It's quite light, you know, it's got really good absorbency into the skin. It's really easy to reapply. It's just a joy all around. And this is really one of the best ways to protect your skin, not only from sun damage and hyperpigmentation and an uneven complexion. It's also, as I mentioned, a good way to maintain the progress you're making on your fine lines and wrinkles without them getting worse, because sun exposure actually does damage your collagen in your skin. And so that's why you start to get fine lines and wrinkles from sun exposure. So wearing sunscreen daily, even on winter days like today, is really going to help preserve your skin as you work on those fine lines and wrinkles. All right, we're all done. That was it. You know, those concepts that we really talked about, I think they're easy to implement at any age, like at any stage in your skincare journey and on any budget. You know, you don't have to use the products that I use today. Some of them were pretty expensive, right? But it really is just all about those concepts about, you know, hydrating, moisturizing, brightening, stimulating collagen on your skin, protecting your skin, and of course, taking care of your mind and your physical health, of course, as well. Those are really the key, like, fundamental steps to aging well, at least in my opinion. So I'm curious to know, have you kind of started your well aging journey? Like, what are you doing to really do some preventative work and just ensure that you are aging with grace? I am curious to know, so let me know in the comment box below. Have you started or not? It's definitely become a lot more important to me in the last 2-ish years, especially as I get older. If you love the video and it was helpful to you, please consider subscribing. I release 2 new skincare focused videos every single week, and turn on notifications so you never miss those new videos from me. I hope you guys are healthy, happy, and safe wherever you are in the world. I cannot wait to see you in the next video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.